All right, all right, all right. Our next artist is from the Bay Area, Richmond to be exact. He's been part of the Housing Authority since 1993. And for over the past decade plus, he's been living in LA working as a dancer and choreographer. He's worked with many international artists such as Gwen Stefani, Usher, Justin Timberlake, Chris Brown, Jennifer Lopez, Backstreet Boys, Tyrese, Bob Sinclair, Beyonce, and many more, as well as directing the recent B2K tour. He is one of the choreographers for Justin Timberlake's Justified tour, Chris Brown's Close Up and Personal tour, and as well a choreographer on one of Usher's tours as well. Brother, known him since he was a teen, and I just feel so proud to have him today. You guys, this is Superdave.
Superdave. Hi, thank you so much for coming on. We're so excited to talk to you.
Where are you now?
I'm home. I'm in LA. I'm in LA. I live in Burbank, so
Okay.
not too far.
Right on. Well, brother, it's been a minute. You've had an illustrious career. I feel like it was just yesterday seeing you guys, you younger guys, Housing Authority, doing your thing. Do you remember how we met?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You have to tell this story because people have to know this.
Okay, so me and the crew, we got invited to perform at I believe it was a record release party for MC Mandingo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny because I tell this story like fairly often because people ask me how did I get into the business, and so this is how I got in. And so I believe that's where we met Travis, and like I think it was more Rich who communicated with you because I didn't really understand what was happening at the time. And then I just get a phone call from Rich. It's like, we're going to LA. I was like, okay.
That was so awesome. And I remember like it was yesterday, you guys were there. Housing Authority was a house dance group, street dance, but house, and it was really
Hip-hop.
acrobatic. It was really spontaneous hip hop. Yeah. And I just remember you guys were just so good at improvising and feeling each other, which is a talent not many dancers have. Many dancers need to be given steps. But I saw in you guys in your group at that time, it was like you just passed the energy around. And I was like, this is magical. I'll have to see this. And you were mentioning Richmond. So that's Rich and Tone. And, they too, as well as Jamar and Fly Styles, were part of your crew. Yeah. And I just remember all of you and your parents because, being breaking into the industry young myself, in the LA part, I knew it was important for parents to understand and get bored early on what you guys were doing. And I just remember having so many conversations with your lovely mother, in that time about what you were doing. And
she still asks about you.
Good. You got to give her our best. Please give her my very, very best.
When I tell them I'm doing it, she goes like, oh my God.
Yes, and we can send her a link so she can see it. But the parents let you guys move down from Richmond, California, and you all moved in with me. And I remember calling my mother, asking her for recipes on how to cook for these guys.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, we go way back, and I'm just so happy for you and so proud of everything you've done in your career so far.
Thank
and I know there's
more. It's been amazing, and the struggle is real. Just being an artist and being young at that time, and not really knowing how life really worked back then, and like it was like.
So listen, so you moved to LA, but then what happened?
What was the first thing you did in LA?
Tevin Campbell with you.
Right. I saw Tevin last week. It was great. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. So those were the days. I mean, and Kevin Campbell was my very first client as a solo choreographer. So like we started together in a sense. Yeah. He was my first.
Okay. And then remember, we also tried to do Star Search.
Yes. The Star Search story.
Oh my gosh.
You know that?
I don't know the story, but I was on Star Search.
It was and I think it was around the same time.
Oh, that's
because Rich and Tone and Superdave.
I didn't know Superdave was just the three of you,
right?
It was just three of us, yeah.
Yeah, y'all went down. OG McClinton took y'all down there to Florida.
OG McClinton the third.
Yes. And then the next day he said, "Okay, we're on the way back." I was like, "Wait, the competition hasn't happened yet." He was like, "Yeah, we got thrown out of the hotel."
But Superdave, do you know what? I truly think this is true. I think I replaced you guys on. I think we took your place, me and my friends, because I was working at Pleasure Island in Orlando at the time, and they called us last minute to plug in. Isn't that crazy?
And we think it might have been
I think
related.
it must have been when you guys got kicked out. I think they put us in.
Wow.
Y'all were having too much fun apparently, and they were ready for that down there in the Orlando.
Because I was still living there.
They
If I'm
weren't
not
ready for
mistaken,
that.
we were too urban.
They weren't ready for rich.
What year do you think that was?
That was I was 18, so I was 93.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Could have been. Anyway, I think
It
that's
has
such
to have
a
been because I did Janet in 91. Michael started in 92. So 93. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. That's such a crazy coincidence. Anyway, who knows if it's true, but I kind of think it is.
Yeah, right.
Those were great times. But since then, you've gone on to do some great work. What have been some of the highlights so far?
Okay. So one of my best highlights as far as like being having some kind of like recognition was when Marty brought me on to do some of the Justified stuff.
Yeah.
So
Marty
that was great. That was
That's awesome.
that was my big break as far as like choreography goes.
Okay.
Yeah, but
because your style, people have got to know your style is so unconventional, and there's no one else like you. You know, it's very animated to me. It's very smooth. You know, it's like the things you do with your body. It's like you don't have any bones.
Thank you. I mean, here's the thing. Like, part of it is due to your training, though.
Thank you.
Like, yes, I have like my signature things and stuff like that. But as far as like, because I never really stepped in the studio or anything like that until I got with you. And I don't know if you remember when you picked us up from the airport. The first place we went was to one of your rehearsals because you guys brought in a new MJ dancer, so you guys were teaching him some choreo.
Okay.
Fun.
Right on. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Like, so I didn't understand the magnitude of what I was stepping into at the time. Like, freestyle kid, whatever. And I was like, wow, he's learning that shit so fast. Like, how? Right. So
yeah, it comes down to it.
But now, how did you learn? You must have learned how to pick up choreography. Did you learn all the kind of dance stuff?
Like, I wasn't as fast. Like, Tone was fast. Tone was right away. But I didn't really get good at choreo really until I was getting cut from auditions.
Understood. That'll make you figure it out. Yep.
And you were forced to learn how to pick up choreography and not do your own thing. Because most jobs are that. I mean, there are freestyle jobs, but most of them are choreographed. So that's amazing because not everybody can do that.
Agreed.
And the other beauty of it was back then there was a lot of work at the time, especially in the boy band era. So like there was enough work and enough opportunities to try to get the work so that it was consistent auditions. So it was like it was a fast track of taking free class, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I love that free class because we talk
about like free class.
Yeah, we talk about staying a student here on this podcast. Even us, there's always something else you can learn. You know, and when you're finished there, go into another field, learn some more about it else. No, I think great.
That's a great way to reframe auditioning because I never really loved auditioning. Travis kind of loved it. I didn't love it. It was stressful for me, you know, because Travis liked to show off. But I didn't really like that whole thing. But if I would have reframed it as like, oh, I'm just going to go and take this free class. That is sort of magical.
That's a little nugget. I like that.
That's good.
Now, what has been one of your most memorable jobs? We know that Justin and Marty, you know, were like a great introduction for you. But like when you got up to speed and you were like, wow, this one was really, really career defining.
Career defining. Wow. Okay. As a dancer. Okay. As not as a choreographer, but as a dancer, I realized that I was like, okay, all right, I'm in here. Like, because there was a time where I didn't think I was professional.
Okay.
Like, so I was like, I mean, like I've done some things, but I don't feel like I'm a professional yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, we ended up doing was it the Soul Train Awards with
Okay.
Diddy, with P Diddy? It's
Okay.
when we did
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's when you felt like, okay, I know what I'm doing now. I've
Yeah,
got a place.
because it was the first time I worked with Divine and Lorianne.
Uh-huh.
And I was like I got put on, but like Lorianne didn't know who I was, so I basically auditioned like right then and there.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it was, and I was like, okay, all right, I'm good.
That's when it went doom, 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 doom,
Okay.
doom, doom.
By the way, Travis, I have to bring this up.
Yes. Uh-huh.
One of my favorite performances, other than the MJ joint, um, was the Diddy one that you guys did, you and Divine.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the one that was humming. I remember that. It started with like a helicopter chase movie, and then the dancers came out like
very cinematic. It was great.
Or something. Yeah, it was a fun. That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah. Now,
Like,
Super Dave,
yes.
Remind me, because Travis and I were trying to figure this out too. Did we, the three of us, we worked on something together? I remember, but I can't remember what it was.
Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Oh, the Michael
tribute.
The Michael one. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I knew that we had done something.
Yeah, with Ishii from Arrested Development, Omarion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll never forget it.
I figured as much.
Totally
Yeah,
remember
that made total sense. And that was right before we got This Is It. That was the last sort of thing we did before This Is It started.
I remember it was right before my sister got married. And I left the next day and I had those black nails and it was funny. Anyway. But yeah. Okay. Thank you for clearing that up.
And then Dave, you're a father as well.
What?
Yeah, I have two psychotic, crazy, loving, amazing children. 2 daughters.
Oh, and how old are they?
One of them just turned 9 yesterday. The other one is 10.
Oh, wow. Happy birthday. Yes. Wow, congratulations.
That's great.
That's incredible. We were talking
about. They look like me. They look like
I'm sure. We were talking to Tyrell, and one of his kids has a birthday, just turned 15.
Yeah. I noticed. I saw that too yesterday or today.
That's amazing.
People have kids now. It's crazy.
Yes. David has babies.
Travis and I never had kids.
We didn't. We just have dogs and luggage.
Yes. But now tell us, what are you doing now? Are you still in the business and making?
I'm loosely in the business. I don't mind doing choreo if it comes up, but I'm not stressing. Number one, number two, I'm in film school.
Good.
Nice. That's a great transition to make. We were just talking about that as well, because you have an eye. You're very visual, so you would make a great director.
That is great.
Thank you. So yeah, and I'm there for writing and directing. So
okay. And
how's
it going? How long have you been?
It's good though. Great. I graduate in June.
In June. Excellent. Congratulations. That's really cool. I think you're going to be great.
I love that. I love that. And the last time we saw each other in person, that was at I think we were at the Forum for the Millennium Tour that you worked on.
Yeah.
That's the last time I saw you in person, I think.
Yeah. That was an experience. Yes.
Yes, I'm sure. But I was so happy to see you, and I was like, yep, they need him. That'd be great.
It was an honor to do the job, and I don't take it for granted.
I know you don't.
But it was definitely great to see it. Like I was surprised to see you. I was just like, oh, like so.
Yeah.
But anytime I see you, it's like it's all love.
It's family. Yeah, and I was so proud. I was like, yup, because they said they told me you were directing. I was like, I see it. I love that. I love that. I love that. And the show was really good. I enjoyed it. I got to go twice, I think.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay with the amount of time that I had to set it up.
Understood. Yeah. It's never perfect.
Yeah. No, and time constraints and all that. Yes. You can only do what you can.
Prioritize.
I think we had like 9 days.
Wow. That's very fast.
To put together a group that had not been on stage together in a decade.
Wow. Well, kudos to you.
Yep. And deal with the personalities and all
4 had different management.
Yep. Different buses. Yeah. I'm sure that was like math and science all rolled into one.
He was a man to it.
Definitely was an adventure.
Yeah.
Well,
speaking of adventure, tell us what else, tell the people where they can find you on social media so that our listeners and viewers can follow your progress.
You can find me on Instagram. That's my main, the only Superdave.
Okay.
The only Superdave.
I love that.
Well, I will be following you. I just love that you're in Travis's story. I think that is so cool and amazing.
Yeah.
It just doesn't usually happen.
Yeah. I think a lot changed because we all found each other. And I recognize that as well.
Absolutely. Yep. I owe you a lot, and I never take you for granted. And thank you for everything.
Yes, and thank you. And you keep going, keep persevering, and congratulations on everything. And happy birthday to your baby.
Yes, and thanks for talking to us today. All the best with your film school.
Yes, and say hi to your mom.
Yes, hey, hi, Mom.
Yes. You got it. This has been the living legend, the super artist, Superdave.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Take care, brother. We love you.
Peace.
Bye now.